Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another House on Noble video. So I was working on some crafts at my craft desk and I figured that I would just record what I was doing. So I was showing you that I was altering these matchboxes. I first started off with covering them with gesso, which is this like primer for surfaces that need some help with the paint sticking. These matchboxes have like a slick surface. So that's what I did. You can get gesso in a couple of colors. You could also, I believe, even color the gesso. So like that, I could have used black gesso and then black paint. But I'm making little Halloween projects, and they're probably going to be little projects that I sell in my upcoming live sales on my other channel. Now, I do have a bit of decorating at the end of this video. I did an upcycle on a lamp. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, you can either, well, I would hope you'd watch the video, but you could fast forward to the decorating if you'd like. But if you want to stick around and see what I'm working on, these aren't the finished products, but you can see my process. That would be great because I would love to hang out with you guys. So I've got these little ones this side done. I'm working on this bigger one. I found the little letters in my scrapbooking stuff, and they're already glittered and they already have color, but I don't really care about that because I'm going to glue them onto my box and I'm going to paint over them. I was inspired by a project that I saw on Pinterest, but I believe they did it like a Christmas box. And I'm pretty sure on the inside of this, like the little drawer that goes on the inside, I'm going to do a little assemblage. Now you can very well get these little matchboxes, decorate them up, and put the matches right back in and just actually use them. But I think I'm going to make some kind of scene or something in this one. And since this one's bigger, I have way more room to work than with those little boxes. But I love stuff on a smaller scale. I love making these little scenes. Maybe it comes from like being a kid and you had to do the dioramas in the shoebox. Y'all remember that? Absolutely love that. But anyways, it was fun doing this. It took a minute, you know, all the drying and all that kind of stuff. But this one was really fun. So right here, I'm just showing you that I painted the inside of the box and I can slide it in and out of there. Now I did I noticed, it kind of came to mind that if I was to add paint to the outside of the box, it probably would not be able to slide in and out very well. So I do end up taking an alcohol marker to the outside of the box because it just looked kind of silly being white. Now, I didn't really know what my plan was for this box, actually, for any of these boxes. But I did know that I wanted to use a little bit of scrapbooking paper, so I got out some of my Halloween scrapbooking paper, and I was trying to find something small enough, like a pattern that was small enough in it, that I could cut, and you can see the pattern, and that would fit on the teeny tiny little drawer front of the matchbox. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of antiquing it, making it look a little bit older, making it kind of go, see, there you go. And I'm gonna fit that onto the front of my box and figure it out from there. All right, so that was pretty cute, right? I'm on to my next project. I'm fixing this bottle up to be like a potion type bottle, something that would have been in an old abandoned house and make it look all sort of creepy and used. I glued, and you would have seen this in the other House on Noble video, my last one. If you didn't see that, make sure you guys go over there and watch that. But I glued on creepy cloth, and then I added some hot glue to make it like glob down, kind of like drips. So I had to wait. I waited like a few days for it to dry really, really well. And I'm just going in here with a smaller brush, and I'm just trying to paint on all of the white. I didn't have, well, I think I do have black creepy cloth. It probably would have been easier to just cover that up. I don't know why I didn't think to use it. I think it's because it wasn't open yet. And I was like, I'll just use the one that's open. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go over and paint all these little white parts and then wait for that to dry. So it was a lot of hurry up and wait. All right, I'm back to this project. Forgot to hit record when I started painting the letters, but I did want to show you guys that I was painting in these letters, and painting over the glitter and everything was fine. It didn't hurt anything. As a matter of fact, when it dried, because this paint isn't like a matte paint, it still had some sparkle to it, if that even makes any sense. But I'm painting over all these letters. I didn't paint like in between them because you could still see some of that glue. I didn't want to get glue on my brush. But I do end up going back in and painting the, when you flip it to the side, you can see the double-sided adhesive, you know, like the foam tape, and it's stark white. So I did go in there, see it? And I did go in there and I did paint all that black. I was adding a little bit of glue right here because that S was coming up. But yeah, I did go in and paint those letters, but I almost didn't hit record, and I'm glad I remembered. All right, so before we get to the lamp portion of this video, I just want to give a little reminder that Buffy Designs and myself are hosting a following collaboration. In this collaboration, you can make anything, and I mean almost anything. You can do from cupcakes to paper crafts to jewelry making to scrapbooking to sewing and crocheting, anything that you guys want. All we ask is that your videos be up by September 19th, 2024, and also that your Instagram posts be up by September 19th, 2024. If you guys want more information, we would love it if you would join our chat. Just DM either of us on Instagram and we can add you to it. You guys can find out more information, times, links, all those kinds of things. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, bye. All right, here's the lampshade. Let me turn this way for the sun. So it's supposed to be a cream color, but it was like smoker's yellow. Had spots all over it and stuff, but it still is not as dramatic in color as I would like it to be in my house. So we're gonna attempt to use RIT dye to dye the shade a little bit, but what I had to do was get a Rubbermaid tub, like a giant one, because this is a huge lamp. I followed some instructions I saw online, and I got some laundry detergent, mixed it up in the water, and some of the Dawn Power Wash, and we let it soak overnight. We spun it a little bit and we let it soak overnight, and this is the result. I love that you could see the little flowers. I don't think I could see it when it was in the store, but we're gonna attempt to use like a burgundy RIT dye, because replacing these shades, for one, finding it at the thrift store, yeah, 1 in a 1,000 chance of me finding a color I like. And 2, buying them online, the shipping is a lot. So anyways, I'm gonna have a go at it and see what we could do with this shade. This is the dye that I have. It's in wine, not burgundy, it's called wine. And it was, excuse the garbage truck outside, it was the best color of what they had available that I'd like, because at my Walmart they had like primary colors like red and yellow and blue, and then I think they had maybe like a gray, but this was the only one that I kind of like. Now I know you can mix colors, but for $3 I'm gonna see if I can upgrade that lampshade a little bit. So this is the actual lamp that goes to the shade. I'll insert bits of the footage on how we found it, where we found it, how much we found it for. But right now I'm gonna take these crystals off of here, and I'm gonna bring it out to Aaron's shed, because we're gonna be painting part of it to kind of go along with the other stuff we have in the house. Okay. $12 for this lamp. That's cool. The shade needs some work. It's really dusty. Gosh, I don't even know how you'd wash that. But $12 for this lamp. Wow. Okay, he's taking that out to his shed. I'm gonna go ahead and put these crystals in a dishwater bath to get them sparkly again. I'm just gonna use an old container, and then I'm gonna let them soak, because they're sticky. That's, like I said, that lamp probably came from like a smoker's house, and also with like years of cooking and stuff. These kinds of things get really sticky. Like, like having things in your kitchen and it'll get sticky from like the cooking. So that's what we're gonna do, is just leave these in some hot water to soak, and we'll go check on Aaron. I was sticking this thermometer in there. I just wanted to show you. It almost got to 140, which is the preferable temperature for the RIT dye. Now, you don't want this to be boiling, because then you can't really work with it. Boiling is like 210 degrees or something. So I'm going to wait for it to get just a little warmer, and we'll take it out to the shed with Aaron. He's always got these great inventions. He used to do this hanging his stuff from a cord or a wire like that when he would paint cars. So he's got the lampshade hanging, and I think it would be smart to probably put the bucket underneath for when you wipe, so it can catch your water.
I don't care. This floor is a mess. It's a workshop.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's already got paint all over it,
so yeah, he's hanging it here, and the water's almost ready. I was actually checking it with a meat thermometer.
I figured
it was almost ready. And so now he's taping up the lamp, because we're gonna paint like from here down, and I might add a little bit of rub and buff to the bottom, because it's a very yellow gold, and I like more of like a toned down, like it's got some rust to it type gold. But yeah, so that's what we're doing with the lamp. Okay, here's the mixture. I got it all mixed up and out to the garage. Aaron did put a little piece of wood down, and he's got a sponge. Now, I don't know, this might be better because you might have more control, but the girl in the video was using like a big chunky car wash sponge. So we'll see. And be careful, because that's hot.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. What do you want me to do? I just want to see what you do at first.
Oh.
Trick me. Okay. So she had a problem with saturation. Yeah, she had to keep...
Okay, let me try to get a little more in there.
Bucket to just leave it soak in, Oh, that already looks better. even that light color. I was guessing on the fabric type. I know it's not cotton, but there's different instructions for, like, you know, if you need vinegar or if you need salt.
All right.
Cool. I'm such a dummy. I thought I hit record on my phone when I like propped it up on the shelf, and I did not. But this is the first coat of the spray paint, and what I wanted to tell you is coming from the instructions of like a car painter. Your first coat is going to be your tack coat, and then a lot of times people just want to keep going and going and going, and obviously it's going to create drips. And he says, he always would tell me, you stay in like a sweeping motion, just go shh, shh, don't stay, just keep sweeping, sweeping, sweeping to help with the dripping. So that's like the first coat on the lamp. Unfortunately, I did not hit record until I was trying to turn the camera off, and then it was recording. All right, so here's the first layer or whatever. So we're gonna wait for it to not die. Dry just a little, but not long enough. See, that's still steaming, to let that get cold. And we're gonna see you know, if it'll take another, but it looks really cool. So this side, I think Aaron's gonna shut the door for you, and then that side has light coming through. He's gonna shut the doors, watch. Did it change at all? Okay, bear with us. Ooh, look how pretty. And it still kept the gold thread. So cool. Now, when we were washing it, the inside lining, it fell apart. Like you just touched it and it was falling off. So we ended up taking off the inside lining. But anyways, what do you guys think about that? I think it's pretty awesome. Oh, the cicadas are very loud. Do you hear them? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is probably going to be our last coat. It's a very thin fabric, you know, it's like a silk or a nylon or something, so it doesn't hold a lot. So it'll start to dry, and we'll see how light it is. But I think it looks better than it did the other way. And I really wanted to try and keep the lampshade somehow, because it's the whole lamp is so giant. It needs like a statement shade, you know? So anyways, I'll come back on after this thing is dried, and we'll see what it looks like in the end. All right, he's about to unravel and do a reveal. We brought it inside. I'll show you the shade when everything's finally completed.
Clean edge.
Oh, old knees.
Old knees.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see, where's it at?
I'll probably have to see it myself with the shade on before I see if I'm gonna. Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
That's way better.
Just a little toned down. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. Okay guys, are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Look at it. Now I did add some gold leaf rub and buff, and it still looks really gold, but it doesn't look like that yellow gold, which I love. And there's the pink shade. There's Bianca over there doing her homework. Look how nice that turned out. Oh my goodness. That was a good $12, huh?
Should got a leg lamp.
The whole, huh?
Should got a leg lamp.
A leg lamp. That's the kind of shade that was on it.
It reminds me of it.
So what we spent was $12 on the lamp, and I think the dye was $3.47. And
my labor is about $300.
yeah, no, it's free. He just wants a kiss. That's it.